This question, my dear children, Ria asked this question. Redefine the function f of x is equal to mod x minus 1 minus mod x plus 6. See question number 6. Maria, where did you get this question from? Maria?
Sir,
Where did you get this question from?
sir, in Byju's, sir.
Byju's. Okay, ma. See here, given f of x. How the function f is defined? Mod x minus 1 minus mod x plus 6. Now we have to redefine. We have to redefine this function, and also we have to write its domain. Just I simply sent you its domain is capital letter R. That is a set of all real numbers. Now let us redefine. In this modulus symbol, what is the function here? Tell me. Within the modulus symbol, what is there? Maria? Maria?
Sir,
Within the modulus symbol, what is there?
x minus 1.
So, in rough form, take that function which is given within the modulus symbol. Within the given modulus symbol, take that function is equal to 0. Then solve this equation. X is equal to 1. Okay. Okay, Maria.
Okay, sir.
Now, second function in this modulus symbol also, x plus 6 is there. X plus 6 is equal to 0. This implies x is equal to minus 6. So we got here two values for x. X is equal to minus 6 and x is equal to 1. Okay. On the number line, on this number line, just I will mark these two numbers. I will mark these two numbers. In this figure, if you observe, this entire line is divided into three parts, into three intervals. That is minus infinity, minus 6, all the numbers between in minus infinity and minus 6. And this is the second interval. This is the second interval. Minus 6 comma 1. All the real numbers between minus 1 and minus 6 and 1. And the third interval is 1 comma infinity. 1 comma infinity. So first we take this. If x is less than minus 6, if x is less than minus 6, okay. So x minus 6, if you transpose minus 6 to RHS, it becomes plus 6. So x plus 6 is less than 0. So x plus 6 is a negative number. This implies in that case, we write modulus of x plus 6 is equal to minus of x plus 6, because mod x is equal to minus x. If x is a negative number, we write like this. So mod x plus 6 is equal to minus x minus 6. Similarly, here x is less than, x plus 6 is less than this number. So here mod x minus 1, it is a positive number. Yes or no? All the real numbers we have taken from this interval. So x minus 6. See here, x minus 1. Can you write it or not? So this value, so just we found this value, we found this value, we found, similarly let us find its value also, x minus 1. If x is less than minus 6, if x is less than minus 6, then what is modulus of x minus 1? What is my value of mod x minus 1? So x minus 1 less than minus 6 minus 1. Just I added minus 1 on both sides. Then what will get? X minus 1 less than minus 7. Yes or no? X minus 1 is also a negative number less than minus 7. It is also a negative number. X minus 1 is negative. This implies mod x minus 1 is equal to minus of x minus 1. Minus of x minus 1. That is equal to minus x plus 1. So if x is less than minus 6, if x is then we can define f of x as mod x minus 1. Mod x minus 1 is minus x plus 1 minus of mod x plus 6. Mod x plus 6 value is minus x minus 6. So what we get here, minus x plus 1 plus x plus 7. So what we get here? If x is less than minus 6, f of x value is 8. We define like this. Next, if you take this interval, if you take x values in this interval, then how this function is can be written? How this function can be written? Here, this is case 2. Okay, but this is if x is less than minus 6 in this interval, f of x value is 8. Up to here, write down. Take screenshot. Have you taken a screenshot of this page number 1? Yes. Now we take this interval. In this interval, how can we define f of x? So here, f of x is equal to 8. F of x value is 8 in this interval. Now case 2. Case 2. Minus 6 less than x less than 1. If you take x value in this interval, x belongs to open interval minus 6 comma 1. This implies minus 6 less than x less than 1. Okay, now this is a interval. We wrote this interval in the equation form. Now come to this point here, x minus 1 is there. So let us take here minus 1. We take minus 1 on both sides. Minus 6 minus 1, x minus 1 less than 1 minus 1. Minus 7 less than x minus 1 less than 0. Minus 7 less than x minus 1 less than 0. So x minus 1 is less than 0. It is also negative number. X minus 1 is negative. This implies mod x minus 1 is equal to minus of x minus 1. That is equal to 1 plus x. Sorry, 1 minus x. Because of mod x definition, by using the mod x definition, we wrote this one. Similarly, here minus 6 less than x less than 1. Then plus 6 is there. We can add this one. 6 minus 6 less than x plus 6 less than 1 plus 6. 0 less than x plus 6 less than 7. This implies x plus 6 is positive. It is a positive number. X plus 6 is lying between 0 and 7. It is a positive. Therefore, x plus 6 is equal to x plus 6 only. Mod x is equal to x. If x is greater than 0, if it is a positive number. Now, therefore, f of x is equal to mod x minus 1. What we got here? Mod x minus 1. 1 minus x. 1 minus x minus mod x plus 6. Minus of mod x plus 6. Now let us simplify here. 1 minus x. 1 minus x minus x plus 6. 7 minus 2x. In this interval, we can redefine f of x is equal to 7 minus 2x. In this interval, we can define f of x is equal to, we are removing modulus symbols. Indirectly, we are removing the modulus symbols. Now take this screenshot, page number 2. Page number 2, take the screenshot. Have I taken the screenshot? Yes. Now let us take this third interval. In this interval, how can we define f of x? Case 3. Case 3. Case 3. X belongs to 1 comma infinity, interval, open interval, that is x greater than 1. X values are greater than 1. So, in this case, let us find x minus 1. So, x minus 1 less than 1 minus 1. So, x minus 1 is greater than 0. This implies x minus 1 is positive. This implies what we would say mod x minus 1 is equal to x minus 1 only. Mod x minus 1 is equal to x minus 1 only. Similarly, x greater than 1, let us find x plus 6 value, whether it is positive or negative, whether it is positive or negative. X plus 6 greater than 1 plus 6, x plus 6 greater than 7. So, greater than 7, it is also positive number. X plus 6 is positive. Therefore, f of x is equal to, mod x plus 6 is equal to x plus 6. Now f of x, now f of x is equal to, now f of x is equal to mod x minus 1. What will be here? X minus 1 minus of mod x plus 6. X plus 6. X minus 1 minus x minus 6 plus x gets cancelled. So f of x is equal to minus 7. F of x is equal to minus 7. Now take the screenshot of this page number 3. Take the screenshot of this page number 3. Have taken a screenshot of this page number 3? Have taken screenshot of this page number 3. Now let us rewrite the given function now. Now let us rewrite the given function. F of x can be redefined as f of x is equal to 8. F of x is equal to 8 if x is less than minus 6. Next, f of x is equal to 7 minus 2x if x is 1 minus 6 less than x less than 1. F of x is equal to minus 7 if x is greater than 1. So in 3 intervals, we can define this function like this. So here domain of this function is a set of all real numbers. We have taken all the real numbers for x. So domain of f is a set of all real numbers. Domain of f is a set of all real numbers. Okay, my children, take the screenshot. Take the screenshot of this page. Take the screenshot of this page first. Yes, have you taken the screenshot? Understood this? Question number 6, my dear children. Now come to the next question. See this question, my dear children. Question number 10. She asked the question number 10. Maria, understood this one? Maria,
Yes, sir.
have you checked this answer with the Byju's answer? Have
Yes.
they given?
Yes, sir.
What is the answer?
So, real, real numbers are the answer, sir. But they do not define anything, sir.
They did not redefine.
Yes, sir.
So we had to redefine like this. Okay, ma. This is a complete answer. What they have asked, this is a complete answer. Now come to the question number 10. This is also from Byju's only.
No, sir, from the document which you have given.
From?
From the document you posted on Saturday.
Okay. From that document. Okay. Find the domain and range of the following functions. See question number 10. Find the domain and the range of f of x is equal to x minus 3 by 2x plus 1. Okay, my dear children. Okay, my dear children, see this question. F of x is equal to x minus 3 by 2x plus 1. In this course of study, we are studying only real functions. Real functions means the value of f of x should be always real number. F of x value should be always real number. If you observe, this is a polynomial function. In the numerator is a polynomial and in the denominator is also polynomial. Previously, I gave some functions which are in the form of different kinds of functions. Polynomial function is one of the type of the functions. So, if f of x is defined as g of x by h of x, both are polynomial functions. In that case, domain, to find the domain, denominator should not be equal to 0. F of x belongs to R. If this denominator is equal to 0, the function is not defined. It is not a real number. So, denominator should not be equal to 0. Now, we have to solve this inequation. 2x is equal to 0 minus 1 by transposing plus 1 to RHS. We get 0 minus 1. 2x is not equal to minus 1. This implies x is not equal to minus 1 by 2. So x value should not be equal to minus 1 by 2. We can take any real number except minus 1 by 2. For x, we can take any real number for x except minus 1 by 2. Okay, my dear children. X values should not be minus 1 by 2. Except minus 1 by 2, we can take any real number for x when f of x is a real number. Therefore, domain of f set of all real numbers except minus 1 by 2. So, in the set of real numbers, we are excluding the real number minus 1 by 2. Understood this one, my dear children? Understood this part? Finding domain of a given function. Is it clear? Message me, yes sir, or understood sir, or clear sir. If not, message me. Please explain one more time sir. Please repeat it one more time sir. Yes, okay. So this is about domain. Now we have to find the range. We have to find the range also. Previously, I told you the steps. I told you the steps, algorithm, the series of steps to be followed to find a range of a function. First step, we assume that f of x is equal to y. We assume like this. What is f of x here? X minus 3 by From this equation, we find the value of x. We find the value of x in terms of y. We find the value of x in terms of y. So we take cross multiplication. 2x plus 1 into y is equal to x minus 3. 2xy plus y is equal to x minus 3. We have to write only x in LHS and we send all the remaining terms to RHS. Understood this point, my children? 2xy minus x is equal to minus y minus 3. Just we are transposing the required terms from LHS to RHS, from RHS to LHS at a time. From these two terms, we take x common. 2y minus 1 is equal to minus y minus 3. This implies x is equal to minus y minus 3 by 2y minus 1. Now let us take minus common here. So minus of y minus 3 by 2y minus 1. If you take minus 1 to denominator, it becomes y minus 3 by 1 minus 2y. So we wrote the value of x in terms of y. This is a function in y, where this is a function in y. It should be a real number. This also should be a real number. Okay, what's done? Now take this screenshot of page number 5. Take the screenshot of page number 5. Fast. I've taken the screenshot of this page number 5. Yes, Mahima, she has taken. Catherine. Yes. What about other children? Take the screenshot first. Yes. Now, see here x is equal to, this implies to y minus 3 by 1 minus 2y. We got this value of x in terms of y. We found the value of x in terms of y. So here x is also a real number. So this function is also a real number, belongs to R. This implies it is also a polynomial function. Numerator is a polynomial and the denominator is also polynomial. Yes or no? So 1 minus 2y should not be equal to 0. Denominator should not be equal to 0. This implies 2y is not equal to 1. So y is not equal to 1 by 2. So this is a range. That means y values, what are the y values here? 1 by 2 is not the value of y. Because y assumes all the real numbers except 1 by 2. Y takes all the real numbers except 1 by 2. Therefore, range of f is equal to set of all real numbers except singleton 1 by 2. Singleton set 1 by 2. Take the screenshot of this page number 6. Take the screenshot of this page number 6. Okay, my children. Now come to the next point, next question. See, next question. Same, we follow the same procedure. To find domain and the range of the given function, we follow the same steps. What is f of x here? What is f of x? What is f of x? X square by 1 plus x square. Okay. X square by it should be a real number. When it is a real number, tell me. Previously we have discussed when this function is a real number, it is in the form of numerator by denominator, f of x by g of x. One plus x square, denominator should not be equal to 0. This implies x square is not equal to minus 1. So we cannot find any real number whose square is minus 1. So we can take any real number. This implies domain of f is a set of all real numbers. We can take any real number to get this function value as a real number. Understood this point, my children? Next, to find range. What I said, what is the first step? We have to assume that f of x is equal to y. This is the first step. After that, f of x value, x square by 1 plus x square is equal to y. So from this equation, we have to find the value of x in terms of y. Previously I told you, finding range of given function. So cross multiplication 1 plus x square into y is equal to x square. Y plus x square y minus x square is equal to 0. This implies to take x square common, y minus 1 plus y is equal to 0, y minus 1. This implies x square into y minus 1 is equal to minus y. This implies x square is equal to minus y by y minus 1. This implies x square is equal to y by 1 minus y. This implies x is equal to plus or minus square root of 1 by 1 minus y. Here also denominator 1 minus y. 1 minus y should not be 0. Should not be 0. Okay. Plus or minus root y by it should be greater than 0 because under square root it should be a positive real number. For negative real numbers we cannot find the square root. So belongs to R. By implies 1 minus y greater than 0, y minus 1 less than 0, y less than 1. Y values are less than 1. Y values is nothing but the range of the function f. Range of the function f always less than 1. But here positive values x square 1 by 1 plus x square, these are all positive real numbers. Okay. Therefore, open interval 0, 1. Positive real numbers but less than 1. The function values always lies in this interval 0, 1. Okay, Maria?
Okay, sir.
Now take a screenshot. Take a screenshot of this page. But you have to practice. By practice only you can find the technique. You can find the technique by practicing number of sums, number of times and variety of sums. If you practice number of sums and variety of sums, you can find the technique. What is the logic behind finding the domain and the range of a given function. Okay, my children. Now let us find. This is over. Now let us take the next question. See the next question. Third one. F of x is equal to 1 by 1 minus x square. F of x is equal to f of x is equal to 1 by 1 minus x square. So every time remember this point, my children, if a function is defined in the form of f of x by g of x, denominator should not be equal to 0. To find domain, denominator should be equal to 0. This implies this belongs to R. By implies 1 minus x square should not be equal to 0. If denominator is 0, it should not be said to be a real number. If denominator is 0, it should not be said to be a real number. That is why denominator should not be equal to 0. This implies x square minus 1 is not equal to 0. This implies x plus 1 into x minus 1 is not equal to 0. Then what are the values? X is not equal to minus 1 comma 1. So x values should not be equal to 1 or minus 1. Therefore, domain of F x takes any real number, except these two values. If x takes any one of these two values, it is not a real number. That is why this is the domain of F. Set of all real numbers minus set minus 1 comma 1. Understood this point, my children? Now let us take range. Second point, finding the range. Previously I told you f of x is equal to y. First step is f of x is equal to y. What is f of x here? 1 by 1 minus x square is equal to y. From this equation we find the value of x. We find the value of x in terms of y. So cross multiplication, 1 minus x square into y is equal to 1. This implies y minus x square y is equal to 1. X square y minus, I multiplied here on both sides of this equation by minus 1. Take common x square for y. Otherwise, minus 1. By comparing this equation with ax square plus bx plus c, ax square plus bx plus c. Otherwise, we can write 1 minus x square y is equal to 1 minus y. X square y is equal to y minus 1. From this equation, we are finding the value of x. So x square is equal to y minus 1 by y. This implies x is equal to plus or minus the square root of y minus 1 by y. Okay, my friend. Y minus x square y is equal to 1. Okay. So this is equal to plus or minus root y minus 1 by root y minus 1 by root y. Here denominator should not be negative number. It should be a positive real number. Positive real number. This belongs to R, implies y greater than 0, and this also should be greater than 0. This also should be positive real number. Under square root, it should be a positive real number. So y greater than 0, y greater than 1. So by taking the intersection of these 2 points, y greater than 1. Therefore, range of f is 1 comma infinity. Range of f is equal to 1 comma infinity. Take the screenshot of this page number 9. But you should be strong in this process, in these steps. But remember the steps. What are the steps? Function is different from question to question. Function varies. Function varies from question to question. But what are the steps we are following here? You have to remember these steps. Okay, my children. Now the time is 9 past 47 minutes. Now you can leave the meeting, take rest, take care of your health, my dear children, and prepare well. If you have any doubts, ask your doubts. Okay, by phone at any time, and get your doubts clarified. Thank you all. Thank you, my dear children. Thank you all. It's okay, my dear Melam. It's okay.